Got Westside Boogie here today.
Definitely.
You know, one of the best.
Made it happen.
Let's start with growing up in Compton. You know, from the beginning.
Growing up in Compton for me started. I had a late start in Compton, mostly like different than a lot of my friends who was actually born into it. I didn't come to Compton until I was about in 7th grade, I think. Yeah, I started going to church in Compton with one of my mom's friends. She just sent me to church with her friend, and then I got caught up in Compton.
Didn't you sing choir?
Yeah, I was in the choir. So when I first went to Compton, I was singing in church choir. There's different branches. It's like the high voices is sopranos, the middle voices is altos, and the deeper voices, usually the men, are in tenors. But I hadn't hit puberty yet, so I was singing with the sopranos, like the super high voices. Then one day they said they wanted some kids to do a gospel rap, and I did a gospel rap, and then I ain't looked back since.
When did you start getting into like rap?
When I started hanging out outside of church, I fell in love with music in church. But then, obviously, I think the content of the music changes once life changed. I started being outside more, so started rapping about the stuff I was going through, which was a switch from gospel.
But you didn't start rapping until Thirst 48, right?
Nah. That's when I started getting notoriety. I started rapping. I think 13 years old, started rapping.
When did you first start dropping songs, though?
So, in L.A., in high school, it was a lot of cliques. Like, it was cool to be from a gang, but it was also, like, party cliques and stuff like that. So, I was rapping with my clique that I started called Flip. And I was dropping, like, little freestyles there around the city. But, yeah, Thirst 48 came out. I don't even know when that came out. That was
2016.
That was the first time
when I first heard you.
That was the first time I actually invested in myself and put out a project and took the time to actually put out a body of work. So yeah.
Yeah, the first song I heard from you, like, if I'm not mistaken, it was, I think it was off the game shit. I think it was off the game shit, Roped Off. Yeah. But the first song I heard from you specifically was Sunroof, and I was like, oh, this motherfucker is hard.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, shout out to the game for that early. One of the early rappers who co-signed me and gave me a big look. It definitely helped.
Yeah, shouts out to the game for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So from Thirst 48 to until you dropped Everything Is For Sale, what happened between that time stamp? Like,
between Thirst 48, really just growing up. Let me see, how old was my kid at that time? My kid was probably 5 or 6. So Thirst 48 was around the time I first even got a touch of a little bit of money. So it was just a transition for that, trying to learn financial literacy, understanding that the work get harder after you sign. And I think once all that settled in, I was able to lock back in and create Everything For Sale. But it was definitely a process. You see, it was like a couple year gaps. I think I dropped The Reach before that. I dropped Thirst 48 Part 2. Yeah, and so just growing, trying to see what works, learning myself as an artist, as a human.
And let me just say, man, you're like love/heartbreak songs. Those are relatable as fuck.
I know,
bro.
and them the ones that hit for me too. And it's a great thing, but it's also unfortunate that we all like gotta go through that heartbreak to make those type of songs. Yeah. If I didn't get hurt like that, a lot of them songs would have never came out.
If I'm not mistaken, because I think I watched your No Jumper interview, like the first one you did like a year ago.
And
you was talking about like how you had the same girl, and it was all about the same girl. Is it still to this day? Like,
hold on, was it the one when I was getting an interview with Gina? Or was it?
No,
it was way. I was with Jay Misha at the time. That was my best friend from high school.
Yeah, and the one you got on your knees.
Yeah, she did the interview with me that day. She was actually up there.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're young, you just, like, in a toxic relationship, you think, like, that's healthy because y'all having, like, I'm just so used to, like, trauma bonding. And, if you would have asked me at that time, I didn't see a life without Jay Misha just because, like, we were so, like, locked in, even as friends. But no, I haven't dealt with her in a couple of years, but
I can't imagine that though. That's a long ass time, man. Didn't you walk up to her on your knees and ask her to be from your clique?
That's so amazing. That's some Narwhal type of question. You snapped. I ain't gonna lie.
I know the homie.
That's a good question.
You know I know the homie.
I definitely did that in high school. So we were just trying to get the prettiest girls to be from Flip. And I remember Jay Misha and this other light skinned girl just kept walking around campus when I was in high school, and me and the homies was like, we got to get them to be from Flip. So I just walked up to them bitches.
What you said?
I just got on my knees, like I said, and asked her to be from Flip. And they said, yeah. And then, like, for a long time, Jay Misha was just like the homeboy. I never even seen myself fucking with her like that. And one day, yeah, it just switched. I don't know. I started looking like, damn, she kind of bad. I slid. You got a lighter?
Yeah, who's the lighter in here? No, that's funny as fuck though. You know, I'm tapped in with a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. You be with the hood. You be with the homie. J3 actually just hit me earlier about a song.
J3 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and J3, we was supposed to do some shit yesterday, but he didn't come through. But
Nah, that nigga be.
Shouts out to J3 for sure though.
Yeah, shouts out to J3, one of the most hardworking niggas I've ever seen in my life, bro. And it's like, that's one nigga who just don't like use his relationships as like a way to get on. That nigga just build his own shit, and then I think it work out better for niggas that do that.
Yeah, no, like me and J3 when we started doing video. Well, I started doing videos with Rosecrans Hop Out.
Oh, that's my dog. Yeah, exactly. All the homies.
So
that's
you know,
fire.
and then it was the whole Meet the Wolves crew. YS, of course. You know. Shouts out to Mari Ruger.
Did you find a lighter? How you didn't find it?
Yeah, wait. I had a lighter when I was.
I just had one. Mari Ruger, the Whoops.
Yeah, shouts out Mari Ruger.
Shout out to the homies, man.
All of them, YS. Yeah, but anyways, man. So when you got signed to Eminem, how did that come about? Like exactly.
For real, it was like, so I was signed to Interscope in 2015 before I was signed to Eminem. So I got my deal, and I kind of got put on a shelf. I say for about two or three years, I was on the shelf. Obviously, in between that time, the Rihanna co-sign happened. So it kind of like put my name on a couple people's radar, and one of the people was Paul Rosenberg, who was Eminem manager at the time. And he, being that Shady is already at Interscope, he just kind of asked around like, yo, what's going on with Boogie and his situation? And they told him how like he kind of need help. They flew me out to Detroit, and I've been locked in with them ever since. So shout out to them.
What was it like meeting Eminem?
It was dope. I think with me, I never like look at other rappers as like something other than human beings.
Yeah.
So I didn't go into it finna be a fan. Obviously, like, he one of the greatest rappers of all time, and I'm just like, I was honestly just proud of myself that somebody that huge knew who I was, and just grateful. You know what I'm saying? But I always want to just make sure I treat him like a human, because I know how I feel when I get around other people and they try to treat me like I'm not a regular person. It was amazing though. He gave me advice, and still to this day he give me advice when I need it. And you know, it's not, I'm signed to one of the biggest rappers of all time.
You signed to probably the biggest.
Exactly, arguably the biggest rapper of all time. So I always got that under my belt. I never try to like use it as like a weapon, because I always want to just get there on my own. But yes, Eminem.
And he just lets you do your thing.
Let me do. I think it's all about letting the artist figure it out too. You know what I'm saying? It probably is times he want to jump in and give me advice or probably steer me in a certain direction. But at the end of the day, you gotta let me bump my head. You gotta let me figure it out.
You're very vulnerable in your music, which is something a lot of motherfuckers, you know, from LA especially, are not. Like, but you are very vulnerable in your music. You know, you talk about therapy. What's your relationship with therapy like?
Love and hate. I haven't had therapy, I think, in over a year. Just because it's not really cost efficient too. At first, my therapy was getting paid for through my label. Then when I had to take on the responsibility by myself, I ain't gonna lie, I think I've been kind of like just like cheating it, just not really doing it. Just trying to take the tools that I got from when I was in therapy. And, you know, I think I might go back. I also think me and my therapist hit a ceiling. And I think even with therapists, it's like a relationship with a person.
It is.
You got to be able to, like, every therapist you come across is not going to be really the right therapist for you. You got to really go through that trial and error. And, you know, I'm going to get back on it one day. But I think therapy is a beautiful thing just because, like, it's somebody that holds you accountable outside of your friend group. If anything, at bare minimum, it's somebody that's going to hold you accountable outside of your friend group, because your friends they got a slight bit of biasness no matter what, because they care about you. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, also, it's like you have to find someone you like. I tell everyone this. If you're going into therapy, you have to find someone you really fuck with, who's like the homie kind of.
Who going to give you that, because it got to feel like a safe space, and, you know, they got to create that for you. So, shout out to therapy, though.
Man, so on to your next album, More Black Superheroes. You know, your song Anthony War. You know, that song is probably one of the deepest cut you have. I mean, I'd say in your discography. Man, what made you write that? Like, what
just like really that song important to me too. I think that song is just about built up frustration towards my father, and then me getting older and realizing I might have some of the same qualities, and being frustrated that I could have the same qualities from somebody I never even been around really. Like, so growing up, I realized I have a gambling problem. And as a kid, my mom used to always tell me how my dad had a gambling problem. And obviously, you don't think gambling could be something hereditary. It's not something passed down. And also, I'm never around this nigga growing up to even, for me to even see that. But I remember, so I hadn't seen my dad since I was in middle school. But like last year, I was at a casino and I was getting hit. And I remember looking up and seeing my dad at the same casino. I hadn't seen him since I was a kid. And him just telling me to like get out and like leave. And so that's just like, in that moment I was like, damn, I'm my dad right now. And so that's that song about, just being frustrated that I share some of his qualities and trying to check it before it get too late.
Yeah, we are. I think a lot of us do.
Yes.
Yeah, whether it is
it's like crazy.
A lot of us wind up following the same, paths our fathers did. But when you got signed to Eminem, because I think you know how crazy the Eminem fan base is.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's the gift and the curse having him.
So what are the Eminem fan base people towards your? Because I know you don't have a lot. Like your music has more of the Smino, Isaiah Rashad type of, Kendrick type of following. Do you have a lot of Eminem fans too?
I think I do have some. Of course, Eminem has opened his fan base up to me, and I'm sure I've gained fans through Eminem. Does it feel like I have Eminem fan base? Not all the time, just because, like you said, we make different type of music. I think it's like we got a couple of things in common, like underlying themes in common, just like about being vulnerable, about like being a father and stuff like that. So I think we find common fans in that. But also, just like technically, we rap different. You know what I'm saying? I got a lisp. I'm not able to like rap as fast as he do sometimes. A lot of my bars more spaced out. I might be more melodic than him in my brain. I think like I'm more melodic than him. Like I try to sing more. And it's just different type of artists. And I think like if you come to a Boogie fan, they gonna want to hear artists similar to Boogie to become a fan of you. So with Eminem, it's just like different to a lot.
It's so different.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so different.
His fan base is so huge though. Like I went to his show performing with him in Australia, and he had 3-year-olds there. Like
3-year-olds.
And how old is he? 45, 50?
50
yeah, so to have a 3-year-old, like, he ain't dropping no music that the 3-year-olds,
Yeah, like, what kill you? Like, what 3-year-olds listening to? Nah, but, so I'm sure signing to Eminem created, like, a big-ass, like, was that like, a reaching point in your career, do you think? Or do you think if you kept, going your own route, going solo, you would have been able to accomplish as much as you accomplished?
I always got ultimate belief in myself, but I also think God wants stuff to work out the way it did, and I think it worked out the way it was supposed to. And so I think signing Eminem was a blessing, and I can't think of I think that's a losing thought process to think about what if I would have went this way, not signing with Eminem. I feel like this is where I'm at. I'm grateful. I don't got no big machine holding me back, stopping me from dropping, telling me what I can't do. And I know that's a lot of artist stories. So, yeah, I'm good. I got some more albums to turn in and, locked in. Maybe in the future I'll be independent, but I'm still going to always be locked in with him. You know what I'm saying?
And you mentioned being a father. How is that, how has that changed you and made, you see your place in the world? Has it affected it?
I think, for one, being a father forced you to be more patient. Just like dealing with another human who follow your actions, not just your words. So you're trying to teach them you can't react off of emotions when the way I grew up is reacting off my emotions. So being so conditioned and then being grown and having to change all that for somebody outside of yourself is hard. And then as a rapper, it's you got to keep a certain edge, but that don't really align with being a great father. So sometimes those conflict with each other. It's a battle all the time. But what I can say, my kid is the greatest blessing that ever happened to me.
How old's your kid?
a teenager, 15 years old.
Mm.
So yeah, just like now we in the stage of me trying to teach him how to be a man now. It's not like as lovey-dovey as it was. I obviously try to show him love, but it's also like really trying to prepare him for life.
Yeah.
When he on his own. I don't really like working with people for real. I like working with singers. Somebody that can sing. Like my studio sessions is so like personal and vulnerable. It's hard for me to be around other rappers unless like we really friends. And I haven't really built a lot of friendships with other rappers just because.
So who are like your rap friends, quote unquote?
Outside of my neighborhood, obviously you know my neighborhood. Every single rapper in my neighborhood. But outside of that, I was just with Buddy before I got here. So like Buddy, Epic Must Die. It's one of my young boys. Who my reference? I'm cool with like Smino, you know, Jid.
Yeah, that's my niggas. Smino and
Jid. Yeah, everybody for real. Kaylin, I'm cool with Kaylin. I really feel like I'm cool with damn near everybody. As far as like personal friendships, it's probably a short list of people. Probably wouldn't be a rapper though, who I'm like super close to.
Wasn't you type with Reason too?
Oh yeah, Reason. I'm super like them. Jason Cash.
Jason Cash. Shout out to Jason.
He was just there right now with me too.
I have a crazy story about Jason Cash. An Uber driver put him on to me in like 2016, 2015.
That's crazy.
Now look at where he is. You know, he's doing big things. And also I want to congratulate everyone from Boogie's neighborhood because they're all doing something crazy right now. Shouts out to Boogaloo's podcast, the Stay Dangerous podcast. Shouts out to all the Meet the Wolves.
We arguably got the most talented hood in the world, but it's debatable. I know everybody believe in their neighborhood, but man, we got hella talent just from like top to bottom because we always got
DJ Quick.
We got Kendrick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But DJ Quick, he from Compton. He not from my neighborhood, but shout out to Quick.
Mossberg.
Yeah, Mossberg. We got Mossberg.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Quick for signing Mossberg.
And even just for having Kendrick, like that's Kendrick and Westside Boogie. That alone is like crazy.
Yeah, Wally.
You know what I mean? What are you working on right now, bro?
What's this gonna be? My third album?
It's gonna be your third official.
Yeah, third album. So just trying to get ready to prep that for next year. Trying to push myself, hit new heights.
Have you ever tried shrooms for the therapy?
Yes, man, shroom. I've never had a good shroom experience.
What? You never had a good shroom experience?
It just showed me how like I'm so conditioned to have my ego, and when you do shrooms and the ego removal come.
You got a big ego?
Hella. I didn't think I did until I did shrooms, and I was like, oh, this don't feel right. I'm not coming back here until I know like I'm mentally prepared. Cause
that's crazy. Cause
I actually. Yeah, that shit be sad, bro.
I have a big ass ego.
I ain't doing shrooms no fucking time. So I did it twice and was crying the whole time, every time, depressed. And I'm like, hell no, I ain't coming back here.
Did you learn anything from that though?
I mean, yeah, stuff I want to fix for myself. You really get to see yourself like without the ego, and it's like you start realizing like, yeah, so much stuff I gotta fix, bro.
But who are some of your dream collabs?
Frank Ocean, Lauryn Hill, Jasmine Sullivan, Kendrick, Tim's, and that's it.
What about ones that passed away?
Passed away, Nip, Tupac, obviously.
Yeah, you and Nipsey.
Yeah, probably just them two.
Yeah. I feel like you and Mac Miller would have gone crazy.
Damn, Mac Miller is amazing. I would have loved to work with Mac. Yeah, that shit would have been crazy. I fuck with Mac.
Man, so. Yeah, the homies in your neighborhood are really going crazy right now, though. Jay Worthy is like,
he outside.
He's out here with George Clinton, bro.
Yeah, I seen that the other day. Jay Worthy should get Networker of the Year. That nigga literally be everywhere.
Yeah, Elon Musk is with his sister, if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
That's crazy.
That's a good knowledge to know.
That is crazy. That is crazy. So, did you grow up with like all the people I know, like basically?
Yeah, that's everybody in our neighborhood really tight knit. We got like different sections. So obviously it's different subgroups and different groups of friends, but you know everybody know each other. Everybody family.
Yeah. Who were your closest homies?
Well, my cousin Puka, my cousin Cameron. That's who I met. That's who I started locking in with at my church, and they became my family. They're not my blood cousins, but I met them when I was in 7th grade. Started hanging with them. They the reason I'm from my neighborhood. So like just growing up with them. Then as I got older, Weeder and Bull, like Bull and Zoe is like my best friends. So yeah.
The people I like that I seen in your videos that I know like personally and I'm closer with is like YS.
my young boy, one of my closest niggas.
You know, but
oh my God, guys, like niggas I'm real close to.
Yeah, man, them peoples is cool, and you know what? They gave me a platform too.
Yeah, that's dope. I fuck with what you doing, bro, for real.
Yeah, I be doing. You saw my shit with Absol?
No, you did something with Absol?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, I did something with Absol. I did something with Blue. I'm finna do something with Murs.
Oh, damn, I ain't seen Murs in a minute. Where you on Absol? Did y'all shit at?
We did it in some studio in Pasadena.
That's fire. Shout out to Solo.
Man, what's that new album gonna be sounding like though?
I don't know yet, man. I can't give up too much good. I really don't know. It's still the beginning stage. It's all about right now trying to figure the sounds out, find a direction.
What do you think about the all the feedback from your last album? Because I'm sure it was all good feedback.
I think the blessing and the curse of everything for sale. It just like, well, anybody first project. It's just a lot of stuff gonna always get compared to that. It's either they gonna think this album better and still compare it to your first album, or they gonna think it's worse and they gonna say they want this. But it got a lot of good reaction, but it's also that pocket of people who just in love with the first album. And then my next album is gonna be a pocket of people who just want the second album. And just as an artist, it's accepting that you can't please everybody. You gotta make music for yourself.
It's like what Kendrick said in his last album. And so you have writing credits for Kendrick
on his album. I didn't write for him. I wrote for Summer.
Yeah, you wrote for Summer Walker.
Yeah.
What was were you in the studio okay, Doc?
Nah, that relationship came because me and Summer shared the same manager. Me and Kendrick just happened to be from the same neighborhood, but I don't think Kendrick even knew I was on his album until after the album came out. For real.
What was the pop up like, man? Because I didn't get to go to. I got to go to the Not Like Gut Shoot, but I didn't get to see the pop up.
The pop up was unreal, bro. I think I didn't really process it till after. Like being in a moment, I was just ready to the anxiety trying to perform. Then like being on stage at the end, that shit just was crazy.
He
bro.
really gave you you put his hand
put
around
his arm
you.
around me.
Yeah, he put his arm around you. He really gave you your flowers in that moment right there for the people who know.
And that's like a different type of currency. That's something for my confidence that I can't even like thank him. He don't understand how much he did for me in that moment. Just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It'll never be like he got to do nothing for me. Just him giving me that confidence boost.
When you started like making music, was there something that you realized like about yourself that you didn't know before when you started making it like professionally?
Yeah. I mean, I think just being vulnerable in songs, I learned about the power in that, and like just power for myself and how I can empower other people, knowing like, damn, I go through that too, and it is like light at the end of this tunnel. And yeah, what it did for me, it showed me that I could be open and honest and not be like looked at as like lesser than other people just because I'm going through these things. Yeah, that's really all I learned, for real. And that, I guess, how important I am in the world, and just how, like, I guess the importance of music and like honest music. When you like travel and people recognize you and they like bring up songs that like you wouldn't think nobody way across the world to understand, it's just like, oh damn, we all go through this shit.
Yeah, and you admit your flaws. You always admit your flaws. You're very
try to.
You're very self-aware, like as a person at least from hearing your music, you know.
Try to be.
What else about growing up in Compton? You got any funny stories with Bug or, you know?
That I would want to share. What's something funny that I could share besides Bull being ratchet on tour? Well, Bull got out of jail. I say, last year he did about 5 to 7 years, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just him getting off tour. Getting out of jail and coming on tour. Bug, nah. I think only funny story Bug shares that my son know his daughter. I don't know. I think it just showed us how old he is now, because both our kids teenagers and they like hanging in the same friend groups and just like he like, nigga, your son better stay away from my daughter type shit.
Oh shit. Do you like
my kid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's around people I trust. Like if my kid was to ever go to a party at Bug House, I know Bug gonna have my kid back. So
yeah,
it's not a problem for real.
Yeah, because I saw the Charlamagne interview where you were like talking about how he said cut. Yeah,
I forgot he did do that. Hopefully he toned that shit down. I don't know. I've been trying to just let him live his life lately and stay out of his business.
Yeah. Teenagers, right? I can only imagine,
bro. Let her figure it out.
Can't say nothing about the new album.
No, I can't. I almost did, but I can't. It's gonna be a continuation of one of my other projects.
So like part 2?
A part something. You trying to trap me in?
Yeah, you really can't say nothing about that. All right, but I got an idea at least.
A part something.
But, so how's that coming along? Are you just started the process?
Yeah, beginning stages. Just meeting with producers and stuff like that, figuring out sounds.
Hey man, the freestyles you be dropping on YouTube just out of nowhere, you know.
I know, I ain't did that in a minute. I'm gonna pick that back up. I just been chilling for real. The past year been about being a dad and self-reflection and just like tightening up.
And what has that taught you? Like, what have you learned from?
I'm just reevaluating, like, and remembering what I started making music for. I think once music become your job, that line get real thin, and it's like you gotta keep reminding yourself why you doing it, or you'll get lost and just treating it like a business. You'll lose your passion for it, and you'll start making a bad product, and then your business will be messed up. So
you mentioned why you did it. Why are you doing it?
I genuinely, at the core of it, I genuinely love music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love music. I love creating it. I love the process of it. And then I love expressing my feelings. Yeah. So it's just a combination. It's the best way for me to express my feelings. It's the only way I really know how. I know how to talk. I know how to communicate with my friends, but music is where I thrive at communicating, I think.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite albums of all time?
What? I like Blind, To Pimp a Butterfly, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Get Rich or Die Trying, Black Album.
The Black Album? Before all the other Jay-Z albums.
Yeah, it's my favorite Jay-Z album. The Black
album. Favorite Jay-Z album is the Black Album?
Yep, I love the Black Album. That was around my age. I was like, that was when I was, I'll say early high school, or maybe late middle school. I can't remember where, but I know that's when I really started understanding music.
My favorite album is shit. I mean, it's hard to name a few, but I'd say
you gonna say one of these head ass answers?
Oh, you really think that? I bet I could say Roots. Things Fell Apart.
See,
Things Fall Apart.
I don't even know that. What album is that? Hold on, it's a Jay-Z album.
The Roots.
The Roots Jay-Z album. I never heard.
No. The Roots. Just the Roots.
Oh, you like that?
Never heard everything.
I never listened to a Roots album. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy. What about like High Tech and Talib Kweli?
No, I don't listen to them niggas. I'm not one of them backpack niggas. I love it. Shout out to them. I respect them niggas, but I'm really an R&B head. I don't really like rap like that. You're
like a soulful.
I don't really listen to a lot of rap for real.
Yeah. So who are your favorite rappers that are on that R&B that are out like from the past 15 years, give or take?
I feel like when Chance first came out, that shit was dope. As far as like being melodic, before that, Ja Rule was one of the early ones who I thought like was super dope at having female singers and him having melodies.
Yeah. What about like past 15 years, 10, 15 years?
Rap singers? Like niggas?
Like I feel like
who was it?
Like
DJ Quick?
I'm thinking like rap singers is in Isaiah Rashad, Mac Miller, you, Smino.
Oh, more recent.
Yeah, just like everyone I named. I feel like I kind of
also did Buddy. I think Buddy really good at melodies.
Yeah, Buddy's really good at the melodies.
Tory Lanez was dope. I guess that's a hot take.
So what are your favorite soulful albums?
The albums I named, probably my favorite is probably Lauryn Hill, Floetry. I love Floetry, bro, but they only got really 2 records I love, but I play them same 2 records 1,000 times.
She bad though. I fuck with her. I'm a big soul head. I be listening like Marvin Gaye and like.
I can't stand Marvin Gaye.
Oh my god.
That shit ass to me.
You cool with keeping that in the interview?
Yeah, hell yeah. I think Marvin Gaye ass.
You think Marvin?
Yeah, take that part out.
Anything you want to say to some of the artists that are coming out that are new, or are you searching for any new talent? You know.
Nah, I would say lately I've been on some shit like telling people I don't advise you to even be an artist. just because I don't think it's just sad to see all the heartbreak artists go through when they get in the music business and realize it's an actual business. But I want to take back that like wording because I want people to still chase their dream, but I also just want people to like accept the reality that like it's really a business. So you got to treat your brand like a business and battle that thin line and still remembering why you did it and having that love for it. And if you find that sweet spot, you're gonna thrive.
So him and my mom and his mom and my mom's sisters.
Yeah, I'm looking at our mutuals right now.
That's so funny. I probably don't follow D-Wade right now.
No, you do follow D-Wade because I looked.
Because he be making too many Instagrams and I don't be following that
nigga. You know Python?
Yeah, Python.
Yeah.
Python be recording over here too with Desi, my DJ.
I hop out, hit Hootie.
Yep,
Hootie, I fucking love Hootie. Me and him, we gonna do some shit soon. Me and YS have some shit to do like just together solo.
That's
like
gonna be fire.
That's gonna be like we've had some shit to do like for the past like 4 months and we just ain't done it yet. But he's in all my videos down there.
For real? Oh, that's fire.
Like every because like Hop Out. The reason I went to Compton and did a video in Compton was Hop Out. Was like,
so Hop Out was the one that got you over there first.
Yeah, he was like, hey bro, we doing it was the Pyru. It was the first time that everyone was coming together. You know what I'm talking about. The first time everyone was coming. I forgot. Just National Pyru. He called it. Yeah. So, we pull up. I bring these 2 white bitches with me to help me film. These 2 little white bitches with me to help me film.
That's fire.
But yeah, we pull up and we stayed like what till my homegirl got scared. So, we stayed till like 10:30, 11 or some shit like that. But yeah, Hop Out was the first person to bring me there. We kept doing videos with Hop Out. And then me and Hitta, we just started talking more and we decided to do more videos. I do videos with a lot of people, so it's like, and I just got into the space of like interviewing actual artists.
That's
like,
dope. So how long you been doing videos?
Shit, man. I mean, I started with I have a reaction to your last album on camera.
That's fire.
On camera, I'm gonna send it to you.
That's
I'm gonna send that shit to you. So we started with reaction channels. Me and my homie I Will, who would love to be here, but he can't because he has to take care of his kid.
Got you.
But he would love to be here. He told me to say what's up.
Well, I will.
Yeah. But yeah, so shit, man. So yeah, I do videos with lots of fucking people. But I just started getting it. Like I said, I just started getting more into the. I'm gonna do my stuff, like, I'm gonna try and do my stuff with, like, the artists I fuck with them, like, the most, like, like, some of my favorite rappers that are out. So I just been DMing motherfuckers like a motherfucker.
It's been working.
I've been bugging that. Yeah, because I know how, because Bug was like, you talking about Luke? Didn't you know who I was before Bug?
I did.
Yeah, because I kept DMing your ass, right?
I was like, man, I'm gonna end up replying, but you put the pressure on it the other way.
Yup. I was like, all right.
That's how it worked.
Yeah, man, I was like, I'm just trying to keep up the grind, keep interviewing artists I fuck with. And, if I can interview, like, my, like, favorite, like, you have like, one of the best NPR discs ever.
Oh, man, good looking,
Can we just
bro,
talk about
real.
that for a second?
Facts.
That was beautiful.
That was bucket list for me, for real. That was super important for me when I did that. I was like, when I got signed, I told myself that was one of the things I wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, you said at the beginning at the NPR, you like bucket list shit. As soon as I got signed, this was the one thing I wanted to do.
I say that shit all the time. I've been wanting to do that.
Man, I wish RP, like, NPRs did shit twice. You feel me? Because I feel like they only be doing shit once with the artists. But,
I know.
Like, if they could have one for your new album.
I wonder why they don't do a festival. They need to do, like,
Train Fest with live bands and everything like that, man.
That would be hard.
I was at your last tour. I was at the More Black Superhero tour.
You came to the Novo?
Yeah, okay. and I jumped across the thing to get in the front. Yeah, sorry.
It's all good.
But yeah, so I got in the front. I was rocking out for sure. I got that on video somewhere for sure. But I met you at the 2019.
I know you look hella familiar. I know we seen each other,
bro. You gonna be like, what? If you even remember this, I doubt you gonna remember this, but you gonna be like, what? This was 2019 at the.
I don't not fucking
I knew you was not gonna remember
old
that.
merch.
Look at me, man. I'm 16, 17 over here. I'm 22
crazy,
now.
bro.
Yeah. Wait, what merch?
That merch I got on, my merch.
Yeah.
Merch,
you done for sure got it better than that now. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, nah. Oh my God. I said some cringy ass high school text. I was just like, yo, I fuck with your music. I love what you doing, bro. Keep doing it, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, nah. And then, you know, as soon as I got, you know, like Absol on my shit, I was like, I figure, like, I could, you know, I'm in talks with a lot of artists about doing shit. I'm gonna do some shit, like I said, with Merz, you know, a bunch of other people. But yeah, no. Yeah, you got one of the best NPRs ever, man. That shit crazy. I played that so many damn times. I damn near know like every song that's gonna play in order.
That's how it be when you start listening to albums a lot. I be knowing.
I do. That's we with Westside Boogie, you know, one of the greatest, newest artists.
Appreciate you, man.
Come out over the past, I'd say, 7 years? 7 years?
I'd say, yeah, past like 100 years. Shout out to my boy, dude. He was asking some real questions. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, man. Just keep doing your shit. I'm excited for that next album.
We locked in. You be playing video games?
I don't play video games.
You don't play no games?
I play like story games.
I need a Call of Duty partner. I just started playing Call of Duty, bro.
You know what? I got an Xbox.
Yeah,
my homie told me to get the new Black
Zombies, bro.
You wanna play zombies?
Yeah, I'm gonna get your shit.
You gonna give me your word? We gonna play some. We gonna play some zombies.
We gonna beat some niggas' ass.
Hey man, much love,
you,
bro.
Family.
For real, appreciate you, man. I'm called Uber.
That was dope.